Liverpool are going for the league. Liverpool are gonna gun for the Champions League as well. Yes, we are back. We finally get our man, our top target number 9 man in Alexander Isak. Yes, he's finally at Liverpool. And oh man, I couldn't even be more excited. You know, I can't even bring myself to share with you just how excited I am for the future. As I know before that, you know, I was saying maybe we don't need him. Yeah, but I was just trying not to get hurt. You know, I was just trying not to get hurt. But now we finally do it. We bring him in. And I feel like we're good to go. But are we truly good to go? Because, I mean, we just missed on another, you know, player in Guehi, a defender, a captain, someone whom I think we would have needed. You know, he is very good. You know, you see even with his long passes, I think we could have made use of that so much. Especially right now when we have Konato, who's not really himself. I feel like with Guehi, he would have slotted there in, and you can imagine, you know, the bond that he would create with Virgil van Dijk. I think that was going to be very interesting for us this season. But unfortunately, obviously, that didn't fall through because Liverpool did it late. I don't blame this on Crystal Palace. I blame it on Liverpool. Liverpool knew how much we wanted Guehi. They knew his qualities. They knew how much important he can be for us in the back. And they just waited until the very last day. They shouldn't have done that. They should have done it a lot sooner. That way, that would have prompted Crystal Palace management to also go for a replacement, which I don't think Oliver Glasner would have had a problem with. Because, I mean, right now, the reason why they ended up pulling out of the deal is because he promised them that, you know what, if by any chance you do sell him to Liverpool, then I am stepping down as Crystal Palace manager. Because I told you a lot sooner that, look, if you are to sell him, please bring in a replacement. And if you want to sell him on the 1st of September, that would mean that I'm not going to get the replacement I wanted. So why do I continue if I know that my mission is going to fail? And lest we forget, maybe, these people are selfish. They're greedy. Or something of that sort, because think about it, we saw it with Leicester City. Leicester City had very good players. They ended up selling their players, their best players, you know, the Yuri Tillemans and so forth. What happened to the club? They went down. Right now they've been trying to come back to the Premier League, but they keep on failing. They keep on going back. So that should be a learning curve for the other teams, especially the teams that are never really comfortable in the Premier League, the teams that are constantly fighting to stay afloat. Teams like Crystal Palace, they sell Guehi right now. What do you think is going to happen to them? They're probably going to have at least maybe 5 terrible games, and they're going to end up sacking the manager because they'll blame it on him. But who is to blame? The guy is up there. But it's a good thing that Glasner stood his ground, and it's also a good thing that they listened to him. But unfortunately for them, or maybe fortunately, I don't know, it just depends on which angle you look at it from. Guehi, obviously, his contract will be running out, you know, at the end of the season. That would mean that Liverpool are, if they really want him that much, which I think we do, we're gonna go for him in January again. And the beauty of it is that he's not gonna be that pricey. He's not gonna be 35 million pounds anymore. He might be 20, he might be 15, just depending on how impeccable, you know, whoever comes negotiation skills are, which I think Liverpool's are impeccable. You know what I mean? So that said, that would mean that we're good then. That would mean that we're good. But unfortunately as well, it'll be that. Will Liverpool really go for him? Are they willing to pop out 15 million, or are they willing to wait on until the season ends? You know? And another thing that we must also bear in mind is it also depends on how good Liverpool's defenders are. You know, it depends on how good Liverpool defenders are. If they're that good, they might just say, you know what, okay, I think we can just wait until end of season and we can then bring him. You know, so that also looks like Crystal Palace have shot themselves in the foot. So we'll just see how it goes. But as for Liverpool, I couldn't really be more happier, you know, for Alexander Isak to be with us there. It's going to be very interesting, and I'm happy that also, you know, with him there, he's definitely going to take that number 9. How long until he gets into, you know, that Liverpool squad is something that we can only just wait to see, because he hasn't really been, you know, practicing with, you know, the squad at Newcastle. He's just been alone ever since because of this whole thing that has been going on. So maybe he's not really that match fit, and knowing, you know, Arne Slot, he's definitely going to take some time before he slots him in. But so many games that are coming, you know, this September after the international break, of course. So we might really need him. But he's Alexander Isak, he's used to the league, so that also might help him be able to, just get in as quickly as possible. He's used to the league. And I see a lot of people, I see a lot of haters out there, they keep on saying that they wish he can be Andy Carroll 2.0. And I have bad news for you, boys. I have bad news for you. This is Alexander Isak, our number 9. He's going to bang in goals, left, right, and center. And I want him to score 30 goals this season in the league alone. 30 goals this season, and I believe that he can do it. I think he can actually improve his goal tally of 22 goals last season. I believe that he can. Right now, he's playing against the best in the world. He's playing against the best in the world, from the keeper to the defender to the winger to the midfield. He is good. You know what I mean? He's good. He's going to play with the best in the world. They're going to create for him. They're going to feed him. He's going to get those goals. And let's not forget also, Isak is not really a traditional striker like that where, he just waits for balls. He knows how to play. He gives me, Thierry Henry vibes. He can make something out of nothing. I think he showed us that countless times at Newcastle. So we really have a gem there. And I was watching his interview as well, that he gave at Liverpool. He spoke about like how much he loved what was going on at Liverpool, the recruits, what Liverpool promises, the recruits that are there right now, the excitement that is around those players. It shows that something is looming on the horizon. And do you want to guess what that is? Yeah, definitely. That's definitely trophies. Yes, that's definitely trophies. And he wants to be part of that, And right now he has that opportunity to be part of that. And yes, we can start with the league. We can start with the Champions League. I know I said Arsenal may be the ones to go for, the league. But Alexander's, inclusion now, do I still feel the same? I think Liverpool can do it. I think Liverpool can do it. More especially because we've been terrible, but we've been finding ways to win games. And that is something that just gives me that comfort that we can actually go for it. Especially when we have players like him. So now it just depends on our defense. But is our defense that bad? Because, look, yes, it proved to be bad, our past 2 games, not counting Arsenal. But going into that Arsenal game, you should have seen how we played. We played so well defensively. We were not tested, that I agree. But it shows just how good we are then. If, a club like Arsenal, favourites, comes to Anfield and decides not to test us as much. It shows how dangerous we can be. And we managed, we had so many set pieces against us, against a team that is known to be set piece gods. We had so many set pieces against that team. And we still managed to not concede. Are we that bad, or did we just need, to just tweak things a little bit? To just tweak things a little bit and just be fully focused 100% and go for it. If we do that, I think we have a chance to go far. And I think also, in the Champions League, we're going to do a lot better than we did last season. I know for the first, the group stages we're doing, do they call them group stages or the log? Whatever it is, we did so well. But as soon as we went inside the knockout stages, then everything just changed. I think this season we're going to do a lot better. Arne Slot will do a lot better. He did mention that he came to Liverpool as, a coach with potential. He does not have the rich history that Liverpool has. He has never really been in those type of games that he did have against PSG. So now that he has had it with PSG, I think he's experienced a little bit. He might do better, and I'm quite sure that he spent many sleepless nights thinking about that game. It played back in his mind over and over again about what he could have done differently. And I think if we were to meet PSG this season, we may do a lot better than we did. So, no, I'm excited. And I feel like Liverpool have this one on lock. The Premier League, we're definitely going to fight for it. The Champions League also, we're going to fight for it. A lot of teams are just not themselves at the minute. They're not themselves at the minute. We have a chance. Real Madrid also are going to come to Anfield. They're not really looking like themselves. So we might also get, a very good game there and good 3 points as well. So we're good to go. So thank you guys for watching until thus far. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Help me get to 500 subscribers, and also don't forget to engage in the comment section. Talk to me, guys. Talk to me. Tell me what you think about Alexander Isak's coming to Liverpool. Tell me also what you feel about Guehi failing, having his transfer fail at the very last minutes. How do you think he feels? Do you think Crystal Palace will still see that side of him, the happy side, the good side as well? But look, also I just wanted to give a shout out to him. He is really a soldier. You know, he fights for the badge. He's not really one of those people that, you know, talk this, do that. He will always fight for the badge until the very last day, and that's exactly what he's going to do for them. And I think he's just a good servant. He is a good servant. That is amazing to actually, if we were to go for him, of course, to have someone of that caliber, someone who, you know, who holds himself with so much, you know, respect, and who understands how things are done. I'm not really saying anything on Isak. He had to do what he had to do. You know what I mean? I mean, it's Liverpool calling. You can just lose your marbles at times. He did that, and he's home. But my Guehi, I hope we go in for him, because if we do that with Van Dijk at 34, we might need someone like him. You know, and how we play sometimes with the long balls and everything, the counter attacks. He is the perfect fit, you know, for such types of games we would want to play at times when we play against possession based teams. So thank you guys for watching. Until that's why, please don't forget to like and subscribe. See you again soon. Bye bye.